Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Corky and the Long, Adorable Yawn. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't Apos, like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Every morning in our house begins quietly, but it never truly starts until Corky yawns. Corky is not a big dog, nor is he especially small. He is the kind of dog that fits perfectly into daily life, like a favorite mug or a well-worn cushion. His fur is soft, slightly messy, and always warm. His eyes are round and gentle, carrying a calm curiosity about the world. But what truly defines Corky is his yawn, long, slow, exaggerated, and impossibly adorable. On this particular morning, sunlight slipped through the thin curtains and landed softly on the floor. The room smelled faintly of coffee and last night's clean laundry. I was still half asleep when I heard it. A slow inhale, followed by the quiet sound of a mouth opening wider and wider. Corky stretched his front legs forward, pushing his chest toward the floor. His back arched gently, his tail lifted, and then came the yawn. It was not a rushed yawn. It was a thoughtful one. His pink tongue curled slightly at the end, his eyes squeezed shut, and his whole body seemed to say, "There is no hurry today." When Corky finished yawning, he looked at me as if checking whether I had noticed. Of course I had. I always did. That yawn was his way of greeting the day, not with excitement or noise, but with honesty. He wasn't pretending to be energetic. He wasn't forcing himself to be ready. He was simply being real. I got out of bed, and Corky followed me slowly, his nails clicking softly on the floor. We went through our usual routine, me making coffee, him sitting near my feet. Sometimes he rested his chin on my slipper, sometimes he just watched. He didn't ask for anything. His presence alone felt like enough. Outside, the world was already busy. Cars passed by, people rushed to work, phones buzzed with notifications. Inside, Corky yawned again, even longer than before, and curled up beside the window. It was then I realized that Corky's yawn wasn't just a sign of sleepiness. It was an invitation to slow down, to breathe, to notice the quiet moments we usually ignore. As the day unfolded, Corky continued to live life exactly at his own speed. When I sat down to work, Corky settled nearby. He didn't demand attention. He didn't bark or whine. He simply existed beside me, occasionally shifting positions, occasionally letting out a soft sigh. Every now and then, another yawn appeared, wide, slow, and unashamed. Around midday, we went for a walk. Corky wasn't interested in walking far. He preferred stopping to sniff the same patch of grass for a full minute, stopping to observe a butterfly that landed briefly on a leaf, stopping to sit and yawn again, as if the act of being outside was tiring in the most pleasant way. People passed us. Some smiled. Some laughed quietly when they saw Corky yawn so dramatically in the middle of the sidewalk. I felt slightly embarrassed at first, wondering if we were blocking the way. But Corky didn't care. He wasn't performing. He was simply responding to how he felt in that moment. And slowly, I stopped caring too. We reached a small park where Corky chose a shaded spot and lay down. His breathing became slow and even. I sat beside him, feeling the warmth of the ground and the soft breeze on my face. The noise of the city faded into the background. Corky yawned again before closing his eyes. That was when I noticed something important. When Corky rested, he rested fully. He didn't scroll through worries. He didn't replay yesterday or fear tomorrow. He trusted the moment. He trusted me. He trusted that when he needed to move again, he would. In the afternoon, back at home, Corky followed me into every room. If I changed locations, he adjusted too. Sometimes waking from a nap with a small yawn, sometimes stretching as if he had been running in his dreams. His yawns never felt lazy. They felt natural, like punctuation marks in his day. By evening, the light grew softer. Corky sat beside me on the floor as I read. He yawned once more, then rested his head against my leg. I reached down and gently touched his fur. He didn't move. He didn't ask for more. The simple contact was enough. That long, adorable yawn had followed us through the entire day, quietly reminding me that life didn't need to be rushed to be meaningful. Corky's long, adorable yawn may seem like a small, ordinary thing, but it carries a gentle lesson that feels deeply relevant to our modern lives. In a world where people are constantly pushed to move faster, do more, and appear energetic even when they are exhausted, Quirky shows us the quiet power of listening to ourselves. His yawn is honesty. It says, "I am tired, and that is okay." It reminds us that rest is not weakness, and slowing down is not failure. By allowing himself to pause, Quirky protects his well-being, both physically and emotionally. Humans often forget to do this. Through our daily life with animals, we learn empathy, patience, and presence. Animals do not judge us by productivity or success. They respond to care, consistency, and kindness. When we respect their natural rhythms, we become more aware of our own needs as well. Quirky teaches us that sharing life with animals is not just about companionship. It is about learning to live more gently. By observing them, we can build a healthier relationship with time, stress, and even ourselves. In caring for animals, we learn how to care better for humanity, creating a kinder, more balanced world for both humans and animals alike.